Hi everybody, thanks for having me. Today I'm going to present work joined with Eugen Giemann and Nicholas Ambanis called The Price of Identity, Material Interest, Perceived Group Threat, and In-Group Solidarity. Let me motivate our topic. We all know that tensions and inequality between racial groups are still a persistent phenomena in the US and other countries. Now in our study, we study how black and white subjects react to fair and unfair treatment of their in-group by others in an online experiment. And in this experiment, we analyze whether subjects react differently to inequality caused by outgroup members, which we call identity threat, than to inequality caused by chance. Moreover, we study affective motives rather than instrumental ones. Let me talk a bit more about our design. So as I said, we run an online experiment. We have a US sample and a sample size of more than 1,000 participants. And here's the chronological order of our experiment. So first, we elicit demographics, run a short attention check, and inform participants about the instructions. Then we run some decoy allocation decisions, where subjects can split some money between random groups, and we do that in order to veil that we want to measure racial bias here. Then we have the treatment phase. And in the treatment phase, subjects are informed that either another person or the die will determine the split of 100 tokens between a black group and a white group. Therefore, we have three between subject conditions. We have a die condition, where the die determines the split. We have a white decider condition, where a white person decides the split. And we have a black decider condition, where a black person decides the split. Afterwards, we elicit our outcomes. Subjects have to indicate their preferred split of another 100 tokens between the same groups for the three scenarios, which are an equal split. The black group gets more, or the white group gets more in the previous allocation. Finally, we elicit willingness to pay. We ask subjects whether they want to pay small amount of tokens to implement their preferred split they indicated before in each scenario. All right, let's talk a bit more about the outcome measure. Subjects, as I said before, have to allocate another 100 tokens between both groups for the following three scenarios. The first one is that the black group got more previously, that the black group got 80 tokens and the white group 20. The second scenario is an equal split, and the third scenario is a split where the white group got more, where the white group got 80 tokens and the black group got 20 tokens. We use in our experiment real pictures of real people, who are Penn students and click workers, who got real money. All right, let's look at subjects' allocations to their in-group in each scenario. So these bars, as I said, capture subject allocation to the in-group of the subject in each scenario. And I want you to take away three things from this graph. The first result is that in case previously we got an equal split, most subjects react relatively fair, but we have a small significant in-group bias in this case. The second result is that in case the in-group of the subject got less, subjects partially compensate their in-group and they give their in-group 66 tokens. A full compensation would mean that subjects would allocate 80 tokens to their in-group in order to make sure that in the end, both groups have the same. And so here they partially compensate their in-group. That result is that in case the in-group got more previously and the out-group got less, subjects partially compensate the out-group. They give 39 tokens to the in-group, and so they give more to the out-group than to the in-group. And we see that, as before, we don't observe a full compensation, in which case participants would give 20 tokens to the in-group to make sure that both groups have the same in the end. And it's the case that subjects compensate the out-group to a lesser extent than their in-group. All right. Our next result is that black subjects react to identity threat whereas white subjects do not. So first, a reminder, the identity threat is the following. It is inequality to the disadvantage of subjects in group caused by an outgroup member, compared to a situation where inequality to the disadvantage of subjects in group is caused by chance. So our fourth result is that in case of identity threat, Black subjects allocate 9% more tokens to the in-group than in case of inequality by chance, which is significant. And we don't observe a significant equivalent effect for whites. There, the effect even goes in different directions. Our last result is that Black subjects also have a higher willingness to pay than white subjects to implement the allocation decision in case the in-group got less previously. All right, thanks for listening, and we highly appreciate your feedback.